Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a tutorial about using Meister. Meister is an online platform used for mind mapping. I'm going to talk about how we can use this platform for creating nursing care plans. First thing we're going to do is go to mindmeister.com. And here's our login page. You can create a free account that doesn't require any payment unless you want upgrades. I have already signed up. As you can see in the right hand corner up here, there is a sign up button. I'm going to click login because I do already have an account. And I'm going to log in with my Google account because that's the easiest for me. And you can see it brings me to my dashboard. From here, I can click create a new mind map right up here, or I can select from some pre-made templates. And there are lots of different project ideas here under the templates, as you can see, and they all look really nice. They have some great color schemes and stuff for us to choose from. I'm going to go back to my maps here, and you can see that I've created a couple practice maps here as I've been playing around with it. If I click new mind map right here, it's going to bring me with a blank slate. From here, I can create my first box on my mind map. For a nursing care plan, you can start by making the middle box a medical diagnosis that the patient has, so probably what the primary medical concern is. After we've established what our primary medical diagnosis is, we're ready to create some nursing diagnoses. So I can create a bubble off of this middle one here, either by using this plus sign up here, or as you can see when I hover, it tells me to press tab if I want to add an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and press tab, and as you can see, it's created a bubble for me. And here I'm going to write my first nursing diagnosis. After I've come up with a nursing diagnosis, I need to establish some defining characteristics and some related to factors. So if I click on my nursing diagnosis bubble and I hit tab again, it is going to create another bubble off of that. And I'm going to say nursing diagnosis number 1 related to, and that's where our students can put the related to factors. And then I'm going to say tab again, and as evidenced by, and that's our evidence to support our diagnosis. Now, I don't love how all of these bubbles aren't coming up with any background or distinguished border, so we can go ahead and edit those quickly. Over here, we can change our font color, and we can change what the format of the bubble looks like. I kind of like the gray. And let's make the font color a little darker, a dark blue. We can also make it a little bigger and bold. We can do the same thing here. Maybe we can just make a different color. We can make it bold. So that's my first diagnosis, my related to factors, and my defining characteristics. Now for each diagnosis, I also want to have outcomes. So I'm going to click again on my nursing diagnosis bubble, click tab, and here is where I want to state my outcomes. And I like to have both short-term and long-term. So again, tab, click back on outcomes here, and tab again, and long-term. And again, I can edit these however I would like to. So if I want to be consistent, I can change the size and the color to match the other portions. After establishing outcomes, I also want to be having some interventions. So what am I going to do as the nurse to reach those outcomes that I've created? And I like to have my students use at least 3 evidence-based interventions. So So they would create it all off of that one interventions bubble. And then lastly, we always have to have some patient and family education measures. So I'm going to create one more bubble off of this first nursing diagnosis. And I'm going to say education and have at least a couple patient family teaching. So I've created my first nursing diagnosis and my care plan that goes along with it. If I click back on my medical diagnosis and I just simply hit tab, I can create another nursing diagnosis. So I can create a whole map of nursing diagnoses and the care plans that go along with each of them. I could even create and add in images. I'm just going to use some of the pre-programmed ones here. So I actually also have an image that I inserted there that goes along with the nursing diagnosis. Up here, I like this back arrow, which undoes my last action, just in case I mess something up, of course, as we do since we're humans. So that's an overview of how to create a nursing care map or care plan using the Meister online mind mapping tool. The last thing that I really like about Meister is the capability of sharing. If I click down here on share, it gives me a few options. I can share a link here. So this is great for having students share in class because they can send me the link and I can pull it up on my master computer and project it while the students present to their peers. They can also invite people, and when they invite someone, this invites their peers to be able to join in the creation of the mind map with them. So multiple students have access to the mind map. And there are some social media options as well, and they can be published on the Meister platform.